Arsenal arrivals imminent this week as Mikel Arteta handed new five-man boost. Gunners have travelled to Spain for a pre-season training camp and face Girona in friendly. Gabriel and Gabriel Martinelli will both return to Arsenal training ahead of their first official pre-season match against Girona. The Gunners played MK Dons on Saturday and the behind-closed-doors friendly at the Sober Realty Training Centre. Mikel Arteta's side won that match 3-0, with new signing Christos Tzolis registering an assist on debut and the goals coming from Rice Nelson, Ethan Nwaneri and Cedric O'Neill. Arsenal then flew to Spain on Sunday to continue their pre-season preparations. The travelling squad was strengthened by the returns of Kai Havertz, Piero Hincapié and Victor Gyökeres. The trio were given 3 weeks off following their respective exits from the World Cup and so were not involved in the first week of pre-season. However, they have now returned and flew with their teammates to Spain ahead of the fixture against Girona on Saturday, August 1st. Havertz was training last week at his former club Bayer Leverkusen's facilities to step up his fitness and ensure he was ready to hit the ground running for the Gunners. Gabriel and Martinelli were not with the group that travelled over the weekend. They both featured for Brazil at the World Cup and were knocked out at the last 16 stage by Norway on July 5th. The decision was made that they did not need to return in time to fly out with the rest of their teammates. Instead, they will join up with the squad later this week ahead of the pre-season opener. Their fitness will be assessed on their return, but they are unlikely to play a significant role at the Estadio Montilivi. Ben White and Julian Timber were both on the flight to Spain, but Arsenal will continue to be cautious with their fitness. White has recovered from the knee injury that ended his 2025-26 season prematurely and trained over the last couple of weeks, first at a mini-camp in Marbella, and then last week at London Corney. However, he did not feature against MK Dons on Saturday as Arsenal managed his return. Instead, it was 19-year-old Louis Copelis starting at right back. Timber underwent minor surgery on a groin issue over the summer. He is still completing his rehabilitation, but it is hoped he will play some part in pre-season. Arsenal are set to be without their players that made it to the final weekend of the World Cup until later in August. With players getting a mandatory 3 weeks off over the summer, the likes of Bukayosaka, Declan Rice and Eberechi are not due to return until August 10th.